What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 20 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Chameleon and his skink army attacked Bar in a siege, going over the walls both via ladder and via siege tower, and coming out well ahead. It is generally fairly difficult to assault a city directly with skinks, at least it is for now because of their relative fragility, but we did pretty okay. Less than half army losses and we should be healed up quite nicely before the end of the turn, or after the end of the turn, I mean. We are also about to retool Chameleon's army at least slightly by putting these guys in it, taking out the Chameleon skinks, adding the Bastillodon with Ark of Sotek so that he has two, and two more skink chiefs, one out of Kowal's army and one out of conscripts, to continue buffing the Chameleon, or the Red Crests and the Chameleon Stalkers, I guess, as much as we possibly can. Should be a pretty interesting army and a little bit more skink skirmisher heavy than originally anticipated, but where else would we put these guys? I feel like they belong here, and we can put the Chameleon skinks elsewhere, especially the Blessed by Chotek ones, as those are going to our new fire army, with the Slan Mage soon to be up and running. Now, in terms of what we gotta do this turn, I don't believe there's really all that much. We might actually not need these buildings here anymore, or at the very least, probably not the skink building. Though I do have to wonder whether we'll need more Chameleon Stalkers here or near here to put in the fire army. You know what, let's hold off on that for a little bit, but we'll probably destroy these eventually. I just want to double check, does marble decrease construction cost for these guys? It does. Okay, yeah, that means we have to destroy this. We have to get the marble ASAP. We'll keep the Pterodon hatchery because I do think that we'll need more fire leech bolas in the fire army. It is a fire army after all, and they're just the best. They're just the best. But anyway, I believe that's all that we gotta do, so we're going to end the turn like so. Not gonna spend any more cash unless I'm mistaken. And oh, no, I am mistaken. There's a gem cutter workshop available at Azgal, and ooh, we can build the Kroq-Gar labor district as well. Now, there were things that we wanted to save up for, and we only have one turn. Oh, wait. 2 turns left on Warbeast focus. So if we want to get more dinos up and running, we have to do it now. Gorgazan we don't really care about, and Tower of Gorgoth we will be trading away, so really it's Azgal. Though I don't like the presence of the Skaven army here. I'm a little bit regretting not building some stuff up with Isoko Rismate, but I suppose if it comes down to it, if an army comes down, we could just grab a few regiments of renown and kill them with them, and then transfer the regiments of renown where they need to be afterwards. Once again, if it becomes necessary. This thing can heal 5 units after all, so another... wait, I wonder if this counts itself. Affects allies in range. I do wonder. Do Reviv crystals heal themselves? Because it might mean 4. Well, either way. Not super important as yet, though it might become more important later. You keep doing what you're doing. I just want to double check that nobody is in the inappropriate stance. Kanos Kira's. You are going to switch to channeling, so that we don't have to pay an extra 400 gold for you. Lovely. Now we can end the turn, proceed to Numas, proceed to Agrul Migdal, and hopefully destroy Khemri, as per the plan for this episode. Kroqi has gained supervisors, so a little bit more campaign movement range is always nice, and even campaign line of sight can be useful. Alright, looks like more units being built up here, and man, 2 heroes just tried to do something. Hopefully they both failed. Well, looks like Cetra won't actually move to directly attack TIKTAQ'TO. That was probably his best chance, considering we were in a march stance there, though I'm not entirely sure whether he can actually reach us right now. Alrighty, what do we have? Campaign movement. Khemri, Great Incantation of Xar, ally mobilizes. Rite of Sotek performed Southern Sentinels. Great for them, I guess. Faction just... Rockop Dynasty. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's real interesting. Cult of Sigmar is now here, but they are not actually fighting the followers of Nagash, which would mean the followers are free to just attack us through their territory. Okay, maybe. Let's just see about all this. Some lords ready for duty. We got the tech completed. We don't really care about the enemy hero success chance right now. Ooh, hello, more Blessed Saurus warriors. Raise or sack the following number of settlements, yes please. I do wish it had been Saurus spears, as Kroq does need them. But you know what? Rather than giving these guys to Kroq-Gar, what we can do is give them to our Slann. He can have a line of Saurus blessed by Chotek, because we checked before. Oh, wow, you lost Crookback Mountain? Unbelievable. I just want to double check here. So, you guys, you do have Blessed by Chotek, so they will have fire resistance, missile resistance, and those flaming and burnt attacks. Very, very nice. In the alternative, we don't bother with that and just give them a Banner of Eternal Flame, which imbues them with fire anyway. Flaming attacks immune to effect range 40, though. I think 40 effect range means it'll only hit 2 units if you're putting a single unit in the center of them. You know what? I think the Banner of Eternal Flames would be better on the Saurus that would probably be accompanying that army anyway, so we'll save them for that. Now, Kroq, you're moving to Mount Silverspear, buddy. And maybe we'll go back around to Crookback Mountain if Imric fails to take it next turn. Looks like the defenders are kind of garbage. I think we can auto-resolve this. And I guess sack it. Because we just have to raise or sack now, so sack this place. Skaven revealed, yada yada, free biting blade, and now we just need to sack one more, right? Yeah, Razor Sack 2. Easy enough, we'll do World's Edge Archway afterwards. 2 Mount Silverspear occupied, and then we'll heal, not quite to full health, but it's okay. We also got some stuff here. You know what, let's pay for the repair. I'd prefer not to waste the money, but I think we pay for the repair now, so that next turn we either leave to go here, and up towards World's Edge Archway, or we leave towards here, and then we trade Mount Silverspear to these guys, and then we'll trade Tower of Gorgoth once it heals itself up. Tower of Gorgoth should be worth a lot more, because it's a tier 3 and a capital settlement as well. And, oh, hello. If it isn't Mr. Queeky. And, oh wow, he has a lot of regiments of renown, which is kind of concerning. I wonder what he's going to do. You know what, Ahsoka Rasmata, you're going to return to Misty Mountain. I don't like how this looks right now. Man, if Queek Headtaker comes for Kradtom, and I don't think we can stop him, he's not going to take Karak Azgal, or at least I sincerely doubt that he can. But Misty Mountain and Kradtom, and ooh, Kradtom has 2 more turns until walls. It really depends on what he does. Did he sack Spite Peak? He did. And it looks like he also sacked Dringo Karez. Thorek, I'm gonna need you to kill him. Oh, we already told him to do that last turn. Though back then it wasn't Queek. And actually, now that I think about it, we probably would like to get the Vermin Flail trait on Ahsoka Rasmata as well. You know what, I'm gonna hope that he comes down here, then we'll definitely summon Regiments of Renown and attack him. It'll be worth the money. Yes, it'll be a huge investment for 1 turn, but it'll pay for themselves due to the extra upkeep reduction on that army. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. What we need to do right now is... Tic-tac-toe, are you in range of Khemri? Yes, indeed you are. Okay, so we are going to then attack them. Is there anybody that we want to attack first? These guys have a bunch of Screaming Skull catapults, and otherwise no range units. Yeah, so I think Cetra's a pretty good choice. And the heck? Oh, these guys actually succeeded in assaulting units, damn. That really hurt one of our Fire Leech Bolas, which we need for this battle. Oh, that's rude. That is tremendously rude, but we're still going to attack. Let's just apply our skill points first. Now, in terms of what we need here, campaign line of sight, speed, spell resistance, probably not necessary in this situation. Swift Rider. Huh. I guess we don't really need anything else here, do we? I guess we could go straight for Geomantic Sustenance, ignoring this. It'll be a while until everybody's ranked up high enough to take advantage of these skill levels. The alternative would be to start leveling up Tic-Tac-Toe, but I think the cost reduction, especially on units like Coatl and Pterodon Riders, Ripperdactyls rather, is going to be valuable. So Ancient Cunning for you for now, and your Skink Priest. Let's get you... I mean, honestly, none of this is going to be super needed here. Funnily enough, the Chain Lightning would be helpful, but we can use the Chain Lightning we have on our Xhotl. Let's go through scouting for now. Alrighty, and the rest of this looks good to me, so let's hit Cetra, shall we? To Cetra we go. Alright, another massive blob. We're going to be fighting more than 3 stacks by the looks of it. The garrison and Cetra and all of this. Should be a fun time. They do have some range units in Cetra's army, not much mind you. A ton of range units in King Afoth's army. And, ooh, a unit of Great Bow Shabti, eh? Alright, I really wish that they hadn't succeeded in hurting our army, but what can you do? Only destroy them all. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. 3 full stacks arrayed against us, but let's hope that their limited air defenses will not be sufficient to deal with us. I'm going to start off by dropping the bombs. We obviously Vanguard deployed all of our Pterodon Riders, both of the Fire Leech Bola and regular variety, and they will be focusing down the enemy range units, namely the Screaming Skull Catapults and Skeleton Archers, as fast as they can. The regular Pterodon Riders, the spear-chucking ones, are going after the Chariots because I feel like they'd be more effective at it than the Fire Leech Bolas, whereas the Bolas are going after the Screaming Skulls, who are firing right back at them and are still something of a threat, especially to the badly damaged unit that started with only 3. Man, damn the enemy for using assault units. But oh well, hopefully we can overcome it. Here comes the 3rd, I believe, set of bombs being dropped upon the enemy, and we've done some fairly decent damage already. Normally I would probably have waited to drop the bombs until the enemy blobbed up a little bit more, but in this particular situation we're kind of stuck in that we need to do as much damage as fast as possible. Now, there are more reinforcements arriving, namely from this side as well, and we've deployed all of our skink cohorts here in the hopes of fighting. Our Spirit of Tepok as well as TIKTAQ'TO are going to go after the enemy Tomb King, and our skinks, our Javelineer skinks, are going to get some fighting done as well. Not just the Air Force. Alright, TikTok and Spirit, TikTok and Spirit, you got this. Oh, you gotta love the Xhotl's animations though. They're just so fun to watch. Very, very nice, and seem pretty darn effective against the piles of enemy infantry in particular. Wind Blast going to come down to help from our caster as well. And let's see, where's that enemy lord? He got badly damaged by the Spirit of Tepok and by TIKTAQ'TO, and is backed off to try to fight some of our skinks. Well, he'll probably do a lot better against them than he would against our lord and such, but he is pretty badly beat up and has beginning to crumble away as well. Ooh, some very nice charges coming in from the enemy chariots right through 2 of our units of skinks, though their lord looks like he's just about ready to drop. Alright, balance of power is definitely in the enemy's favor now. It was even for a little bit while we were damaging Cetra's army, and down goes the Lord. But now it is in the enemy's favor as the reinforcements move in. Thus, where the reinforcements are moving, we're going to send as many of our Fire Leech Bolas as they can, so that they try to focus down the enemy archers as they move onto the field. They are obviously the main threat here. Don't really care about the infantry, at least not right now. And man, if the Spirit of Tepok was here, this would have been a perfect time to use our banishment vortex, but oh well. Skeleton archers are going to be the focus. They're the only threat to the aerial units, as well as, of course, the unit, or units, I should say. Or is it unit? I don't remember. No, it looks like a unit of Ushabti with Great Bow, but there's also Screaming Skull Catapults and even more reinforcements coming in. Now, this fight is still very much going on, and the enemy has also summoned its Ushabti, so TikTak and the Spirit of Tepok, as well as all of these Javelineers, have their work cut out for them. We've also moved away one of our Pterodon Riders, the Fire Leech Bolas, that were badly damaged in the previous, or when we started, just so that they didn't get killed by the enemy range fire, as we have started to take damage due to those units. Otherwise, all 5 of our Javelineers javelin-chucking Pterodon riders are following Settra around and hitting him in the back with those javelins, dropping him so far from full HP to about a third, and we are going to continue and hopefully snipe him before he can do too much. I was actually expecting to seek him on the chariot rather than the Khemri and War Sphinx, but oh well. I remember back in the day, there was a debate as to which was better. Alrighty, and the Ripperdactyls, the Colossidon Hunters, are in as well now, helping out the Spirit of Tepok with mincing some infantry, though there are a lot of skeleton spears. The AI is doing a fairly good job at using piles of those, rather than the skeleton warriors, which is great for them, especially when fighting our large units. Chariots still going after our skinks, who are getting a lot more action than they're probably used to in this particular army, and just because usually the Air Force takes care of everything. And there we go, gonna have to deal with some Ushabti, though obviously the poor little skink cohorts are not going to be able to, not without the help of our Air Force. Speaking of the Air Force, we've chased Settra all the way here, and he's down to about 15% HP, and is now fighting TIKTAQ'TO a little bit, but TIKTAQ's gonna back off where we can use the rest of our units in concert, and besides get a few more shots on Settra. And there we go. Ooh, and he knocks one of the Colossidon Hunters out of the sky with a paw from that Khemri and War Sphinx. But the Spirit of Tepok is a lot less scared of him. Alright, a few more hits in there. Damn, some nice animations. Another Colossidon Hunter goes down, but TIKTAQ'TO is in fighting now, and so is the Spirit. Come on. A few more hits. Ooh, and I couldn't quite tell who got the last hit, but the two working together looked like they hit him at the same time. Settra goes down, but that is not the end of this battle. In fact, the balance of power, despite Settra's death, has shifted further in the enemy's favor. They have not yet lost half of their troops, though they're getting there. We've certainly, however, lost about half our ammunition here, and looks like more than half of our ammunition on our Fire Leech Bolas. On the bright side, they've destroyed pretty much all the enemy ranged units here, with the exception of the Ushabti with Great Bow, mostly because they're not actually capable of really doing that. We are just going to knock out all the archers and as many of the Screaming Skulls as we can, and then we'll send the sniping javelin chuckers to deal with the Ushabti with Great Bow. Especially since they would do more damage to us than we would do to them. We're gonna get the heck out of here. In the meantime, the rest of the battle continues, and damn, are there a lot of enemy forces and currently engaged. We're trying to snipe everything, dividing our attention. These two are trying to go after this enemy Tomb Prince. I believe there's another Tomb King moving in somewhere, unless we've already sniped him. And then we're also going after the chariots as best we can. That said, most of our ground forces have been, well, not destroyed, but by and large forced off the map. These two are about to rout, and I think another one's about to rout as well. In fact, the Colossidon Hunters are pretty much done at this point too, though they did get a respectable 200 kills and 20,000 damage. Oh, there is the other Tomb King. It looks like TIKTAQ and the Spirit of Tepok have found him, and will kill him just like they did Settra. And there we go. Down goes another Lord. Ooh, nice jump from the Spirit of Tepok as well. Man, it's really great that we have this Regiment of Renown, because it's very helpful, or it's been very helpful so far. Good job, Coatl. Now, in terms of what we're doing, we are actually moving a decent amount of our skink cohort with javelins away to the other sides of the map. Basically, if all of our ground units get destroyed, it's going to be a huge problem for us, so we need to open up some space between us and the enemy. We still have ammunition on all of our flyers, and as long as we do, we can continue bombarding all those skeletons as they slowly, much slower than our own units, move to try to catch those skink cohorts. Granted, a few of them have been seen off the map here, but we still have 3 remaining, and hopefully we can rely on those 3 to remain far enough away from the enemy army while the aerial units dish out the damage. Ushabti and Skeleton or Nehekaran Horsemen also giving chase to some skink cohorts might force them to rout if they do manage to catch them, and we're going to move in and try to snipe both of the Nehekar Horsemen and the Ushabti as well. Actually, we won't have to do the Ushabti because those were the summoned ones and they finally disappear. Sadly, the Nehekar Horsemen do manage to see off the the Javelineers here, and we are down to 2 ground units. Balance of power still very much in the enemy's favor, although now we're going to move after the Ushabti with Great Bow. They were beginning to snipe our Pterodon Riders with Fireleech Bolas, so it's time for the Spirit of Tepok and for TIKTAQ'TO to enter the fray again and take these guys out before they do more damage. Distracting them also will allow our other units, namely our Fireleech Bolas, to move back into the fight where they can hopefully destroy the newly spawned skeleton archers. We didn't quite manage to kill them all. Especially considering we had to get out before the Ushabti did too much. And damn, the Spirit of Tepok is doing great at killing these things. They started crumbling before TikTak even got here. I love the... oh, that's a nice shot, though. I love the ball lightning / chain lightning animation the Spirit does get randomly. Oh man, he should be in the same army as the Thunderous one, shouldn't he? Oh well. Probably not going to fit in this army. There goes TikTak moving through the enemy lines. We're just trying to stop the enemy range units from firing as much as we possibly can, which does seem to be going reasonably successfully, and the enemy archers should be out of the picture. With the archers and the Ushabti gone, there are no more enemy ranged units to actually fire on us, though the balance of power is still very much in the enemy's favor. The heck is this? These guys actually got off the screen, or at least they should have, and it's just a bug. Just gonna ignore that. Pretend it isn't happening. Or maybe we're just going to assume that those skinks and their mounts are just having the time of their lives. Doing a little aerial ballet for us. The aerial monster mash. Alrighty. Now let's see what we got left here. Last unit of skeleton archers. TikTAQ'TO is going to drop down. Spirit of Tepok's going to come in. And just a few more to return to the grave. And then we'll have to go after the rest of the enemy ground units. Alrighty, well done you two, and we can actually, I think, move past them because they're going to disintegrate. Anyway, now we have to apply the rest of our ammunition. We've got a sliver of ammunition remaining on all these units. In fact, the first one, the Pahwak Sentinels, have actually at this point completely run out. Balance of power is still only about, I want to say, 25%-ish in our favor, if that. And we just got to do a little bit more damage. But all these ground units are milling around trying to do the dance to dodge damage from our aerial units, while some of them are still trying to go after our skink cohorts with javelins. Alright, maybe the snipers can take out the Ushabti, who are still the biggest threat on the field. We are continuing, however, to run out of ammunition, but the enemy has begun to disintegrate as well. Ooh. Was certainly getting close there, but it looks like they will begin to shatter. And just out of curiosity, yeah, I think basically we have one volley left on pretty much every unit. Yeah, one of your units has run out of ammunition and has tried to drop in. We're going to send them away as well. Spirit of Tepok is back into it. Yeah, 3 stacks might be just a little bit much. And these guys have run out of ammunition as well and are getting the heck out of there too. No need to fight in melee on the ground against the skeleton spears. And these two can continue to do the damage. They're not nearly as afraid of skeletons as the other units are. Really got to be careful with the Riperdactyls though. They're a lot more fragile than you would think. Alright, and yeah, basically everybody's moving away because everybody's out of ammunition now. You're out, and I imagine these two will follow suit in a few seconds. Looks like all the Fireleech Bolas ran out. The last unit left with ammunition is going to be a couple of regular Pterodon Riders with spears. You're done, and then you're the last with ammunition. Alrighty, it's a race between the last remaining bits of ammunition and the disintegration of the enemy, and I believe you are now done, and all of the ammunition is gone. Well, at least Cetra managed to win something. Not the battle, mind you. Alright, just managing to get the last of the enemy, and there's still some Tomb Guard on the field. Though not on the field for much longer. Well done, TikTak and the Spirit, though. And honestly, the Fire Leech Bowlers, they probably did a pretty insane amount of damage. It's gonna be interesting to see after this, especially considering they ran out of ammunition, what their full amount of ammunition spent are. Both of you get pets, though. Alright. Ooh, alrighty. Well, that one actually took some effort. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit cocky with TIKTAQ'TO's army. More than 3 stacks was a little bit much. We ran out of ammo at the very, very end, but if the enemy hadn't shattered and we had been completely out of ammo, it would have gotten a lot more difficult, as in, it would have just been having to try to isolate units and kill them in melee with the Pterodon Riders. Still, would have been interesting. Look at our frickin' Fire Leech Bolas. 120k damage, 120k damage, 87k, and then, well, 26 on you guys, but there were only 3 of you. And the regular Pterodon Riders did respectable as well. They did assassinate Cetra, though we got the final blows with TikTak and the Spirit of Tepok there. And they did assassinate the Ushabti, and basically all the lords, essentially, were killed by these guys. Granted, the damage is a little low, and I'm still thinking that perhaps we should replace 2 more of them with 2 more Fire Leech Bolas. Then again, it might change depending on which particular enemy we face off against. Considering these things are the exact same cost, the Pterodon Riders, the Fire Leech Bolas, and regular ones, it feels like the regular ones should maybe be less cost? I'm not sure. Either way, I think... Well, with all of them dead, we don't actually have to heal, do we? And then again, it's not a lot of money, but you know what? We need a lot of money right now, so we're going to take the captives anyway. Alrighty, and... Oh, don't tell me one of them survived. Defeated Cetra... Oh, wow, that's garbage. Huh. Control -5 enemy local province, who cares? Ooh, but the other Trickster's Shard? We very much care. That's disgusting. Wait. That is disgusting. We don't have one here, but to power up Lord Kroq even further, because you know who needs it, clearly, we could put it on one of you guys. You have the Cursed Charm of Tepok, which produces the Hex and Miscast Chance Reduction. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll swap this out for the other Trickster's Shard for you. If I can find it. There we go. So now whoever Pradot is near will take even more damage from Lord Kroq doing ridiculous things. Lovely. That's what I want to see. Also, we're at 62 alignments now, but nothing to spend it on with the exception of... you. Plus Chameleon Skinks of unit upgrades. Of Chotek. Yes. Alright, for the Fire Army. Alrighty, now, TikTak. We do need to sack one more place, but TikTak doesn't have the move range remaining, so I feel like maybe we take the place, or else it'll simply recover and we'll suffer attrition here, which I don't think we want to risk. I feel that's fine because Karaki is going north and he can sack World's Edge Mountains, or World's Edge Archway, though he will be going through the World's Edge Mountains. Anyway, alright. TikTak, then you're going to capture Agrul Migdal. And we are going to occupy it. Oh. Huh. This guy's still... Okay, well, whatever. Are you able to attack him out of this, I wonder? And missions... Oh, we had a mission for this. Cool. I love it. Ah, we can't attack. This guy's gonna move away. How much you want to bet he's gonna start raiding our territory now? Quite annoying. Kanos Kier, can you reach Numas? No, you're just a little bit too far. Well, that's a shame, but you can, I guess, move up in camp stance like so. Oh, this guy assaults your units as well? Okay, these guys are being very rude today. We're gonna need some assassins. Well, let's check our heroes. What available heroes we have currently. Alright, so Humble, Pompous, and Dino Rider, not big on any of these, to be honest. I mean, Humble might be useful for generating other heroes, but do we really want to pay 238 per turn just to wait? And Dino Rider's kind of garbage, because campaign movement range won't apply to the army, and I don't think we care about speed, because these guys are so fast when mounted anyway. Pompous isn't horrible, but... It's so vastly inferior to Perfect Spawn that it doesn't seem like I want to waste money on it. Alright, now, let's see what else we can do here. So, we gotta do some admin. First of all, we need salamanders, which are coming out of the Black Pyramid of Nagash. So, in that light... Alright, let's start building the Vault of Nagash, and let's start on the Sacrificial Altar of Sotek. We'll need both of these guys. Also, before that, I just want to see... I don't really care about the Star Chamber. This gives what? Growth adjacent provinces plus 40, Temple of Reviv. Something. But Sacrificial Altar of Sotek is the way to go. We'll probably want to get rid of the spawn pools of the Braves here as well. In place of a Saurus building, or a Public Order building, or, well, there's any number of things we could replace it with. Probably a Public Order building, actually, now that I look at it. Until the Vault of Nagash is complete, the Vampire corruption is going to be kind of problematic. Although, this should counteract the corruption, and is slowly doing so. Yeah, alright, we don't need this thing here. Croxies and Sacred Croxies. We can build it elsewhere. We could also make Kasabar, or the Shifting Sands, a military hub if we wanted to, because it does have that recruitment duration reduction, which isn't too bad. Make things recruited here faster, just make Kasabar completely military hub. Might be a decent option. I'll think about it. Now... what do we need to build? Well, actually, you know what we want to do? I had an idea. Since these guys have taken Xandria and are not at war, and we don't care about Gorgazan, and we're going to attack these guys anyway, what if we trade you Gorgazan and ask you to join war against the followers of Nagash? And they'll do it. Alright. And they'll give us a tiny amount of cash. Yeah, you can have Gorgazan. We don't care. I guess we won't have this entire province, but these are red territories. I mean, yeah, screw it. Do that. They can have it for a little while before we betray them and take it back, and then trade it to the dwarfs instead. But this works because these guys can now fight Arcan for us while we deal with our problems over here. The Bloody Hands did declare war on us as well, after all. Alrighty, now. Chameleon and Co. You guys need to move up to Qatar. What I think we'll do then is, okay, we'll put you into, let's say, channeling stance, doesn't really matter. And then you can go into, let's say, okay, not where it's attrition-y though. Close as you can get without suffering attrition, so like so. To Qatar. You can follow along, I think. Yes? Yes. Alright, then you need space for quite a few units. Let me see if I get this correctly. First of all, you go here. And you follow along. Please don't hurt our buildings. It's very rude. Nobody likes people who hurt buildings. You, Koal, are now going to join... Okay, we have the Ark of Sotek here. The Basti with Solar Engine is going into Kanos Kir's army for now. Maybe forever. I'm not sure. We're gonna put Razor Dawns in here, but... other than the Razor Dawns, I'm not 100% sure on what, but it's a good army for Razor Dawns. Anyway, you Koal are going to move to Chameleon. So Chameleon needs space for 2 units, and he needs to be able to take this, this, and this. We need to get rid of 7 units. Oh, wow. So all the Chameleon skinks for him. Oh, man, but his name is Chameleon to not have... well, he has the Chameleon Stalkers, I guess. Where else would we be using the Skink Skirmisher? I guess we could give him, like, 2 Skink Skirmishers. And then keep the other 2 to put in another army. That would allow us to keep all of our Chameleon Stalkers, or 2 Chameleon Stalkers and 2 Chameleon Skinks, for example. Is that good enough? Feels like we have, like, no range in here. Well, these guys are range anyway. They might actually be decently better than the Chameleon Skinks. It's just the name that bothers me. I am absolutely overthinking this. You know, just take all the skirmishers for... you know what, we can always swap stuff around later on if it comes down to it. Does this feel like enough of a melee line, though? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Might not be enough, actually. Which might mean the Chameleon Stalkers would be more necessary. Alright, let's do this for now. Like so. And then we'll see. And we'll see the performance of the army and see whether it needs changing afterwards. You, Conscript, you're gonna join Chameleon. And then he'll be at 19 out of 20. Then, oh my, I just realized we need to get rid of another Red Crest because this guy's gonna get a mage in here, not just the Ark of Sotek. So then, Kowal, oh, you can't reach him now? Yeah, looks like you can't reach him now. Ah, but you can reach him. Alright, you're gonna lose one of the Red Crests as well. Alright, so now you have 5 Red Crests, 4 Chameleon Stalkers, so you do have some Chameleons in here, and a couple of Blessed King Skirmishers. I might, just because he's named Chameleon, put the 2 regular Chameleon Skinks back in his army and try to put the Blessed King Skirmishers elsewhere. I'm just not sure which army they would go into. Yeah, maybe I'll put the Chameleons back. But anyway, not these ones, he's going to the Fire Slant army. Now, that is done. Let's see what else we have. So, Kanos Kier is good where he is. Isoko Rismate, you are going to join TikTaq, and TikTaq's going to lose, let's say, these 2. I mean, he was never going to keep them, but, yeah, they're the least healthy ones, at least for now. And then you're going to join up, like so, and help him replenish those troops, which should increase it quite a bit. 1 and 11 to 2 and 5. Not bad. Need a little bit more healing, in fact. So, Skink Chief, yes, more, please. That's a little bit better, 2 and 4. You have levels as well. And let us get Chain Lightning. We could have actually used it in that particular battle, so we might need to use it again. And then TikTaq, you are going through Ancient Cunning in order to reach Geomantic Sustenance, as your army is going to be fairly expensive, and we don't want that. You two probably will also need levels shortly, but we'll deal with that as we go. Now, Grukox and Gila. Grukox has lost some movement points, but he is moving southward. We're getting closer to Xhotl. Just gotta be careful not to accidentally find Kairos. I'm hoping that our allies here can keep Kairos busy. They are at war now, so as soon as we're ready to sail some armies down, let's say at least 2, maybe 3, to just blitz Kairos before he can do anything with his stupid abilities. Give all of his territories to the elves, because we're not going to bother holding these, and they'll be super happy with us. They'll probably give us money, like Thorek, for it. And on top of that, we should be able to get them to trade us the Caverns of Sotek, which would be nice. Anyway, Gila, you're going up north to find Mazdamundi, and did I check possible confederations this turn? I'm not sure. I'm gonna recheck it.
What?
All of them. What is this? Oh, it's Cult of Sigmar. Knights of Caledor. You want a defensive alliance now? Well, that's just swell. Itzas and military access, not yet ready for the Confed. Poor Khemri. I feel bad, but oh well.
The dragon shall wake.
Yeah, we should probably do defensive alliance with the Knights of Caledor, but do we do so right now? Who are they friends with and who are they? Well, they're all fighting a bunch of things that we don't like. This will probably actually rise considerably higher. You know what, let's wait on it. And we might be able to get more money out of them for doing this later on, as in not necessarily now. Now, is there anywhere else where we can spend alignments? I don't believe so. We have one more turn of War Beast focus, though, so if we want to use it, we gotta use it now. So in that light, we did get 2 lords to come back. One is you, a red-crested King Chief Farak, and the other one's Pragio. Alright, let's get you up and running right now. Right there. And while we have this, we are going to... Oh, right, we have Temple Guard available now. Nice. Oh man, I wonder if we can bless, if we get Blessed Temple Guard of Chotek. That'd be swell. We need to recruit you, Basti, and you, Basti. Yes, we do also want Stegs, but I think we need to hold off right now on the money. And because if Queek comes down, I'm not passing up the chance to attack his army. At least, I hope not. And with a bunch of regiments of renown, it'll be worth it. I really want that defeat rate. His defeat rate is just so damn good. Man, there's such a wide disparity of defeat rates in this game. Some are just incredible, and others are absolute garbage that you don't care about. It's just very strange. For now, we are going to go with extra... I don't know, a few more turns of extra research, I guess? I don't know if this really matters all that much. Yeah, might as well. Like so, though we'll be trading this stuff away within the next couple of turns. We're repairing you, we're waiting until you repair yourself, so the rest of that is good. Let's end the turn and see where Queeky goes. Or whether Thorek goes after him. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have cleared the target off of Thorek. I forgot that I did it last episode. Well, actually, I remembered at the start of this episode, but then forgot after all the tic-tac fighting. You want the defensive lines? Yes, Imric, yes, but just wait 5 seconds. You used to hate us, man. And alright, Queek's come to us. And I'm willing to bet that if we sally... Oh, but if he is here, he's probably going to attack Misty Mountain himself anyway. Which might make it easier for us if we even... Maybe we don't need to recruit as much as I was thinking. It would be nice not to have to spend insane amounts of cash. That's for certain. Alrighty, Ironbrow's expedition mobilizes in completely the wrong direction. Looks like he's going after Pustin. Pustin. Alrighty, what do we have here? Oh, no. Skaven Denial is Soko Rismate. You know that they... Wait. Present in a province with high Skaven corruption. We have +9 Skaven? What are you talking about? This is extremely low Skaven corruption. It's barely existent. Hey, another mission issued. Weapons +10% for Cold One units. Passive ability Feral Call. Ooh, an area augment. Very nice. Damn. Loving all these artifacts everywhere. Alrighty, now. You, I see, have not retaken Crookback Mountain. Oh, Imric. I'm a little bit worried about how incompetent Imric has been looking so far, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Just auto-resolve this real quick. We'll take it for Imric. Please somebody else. Oh, he's right there. Auto-resolve this. Oh, this is gonna hurt our freaking Feral Steg again. Everybody needs to leave that Feral Steg alone. And oh, we can't sack it. I was hoping to. All right, fine. Leave it occupied. We'll trade it back to Imric yet again. Let's repair it for now. Although I guess it'll be cheaper to repair it after. Nah, we'll just trade it back to him immediately next turn. We'll move to Mount Silver Spear. Hopefully nobody else takes it from us in the meantime. Oh, Imric. You know what? What we can do is we can build a cheap skink favela here and it'll be worth more to trade. Like so. Alrighty, well, with that... There is a Queek here, but I think perhaps we'll wait for him to hit Misty Mountain. If he's gonna do it anyway, we may as well allow him to. I'm also concerned about Kradtom, and I wonder if this guy could reach it or not. He might be able to, but I guess we're going to have to find out next time, because I'm going to call the episode here. Speaking of next time, TIKTAQ'TO will probably march down to... Not to Numas and stuff, because Khemri is dead. They are completely dead. So we'll destroy them next turn, or this turn, or next episode, real quick. Then we'll probably move TikTac towards the followers of Nagash, or northward towards the Bloody Hands. I haven't decided yet. Well, it would be better for him to fight the followers of Nagash, but since we forced these guys to fight each other, maybe not. In fact, if we wait for them to move all their armies to followers of Nagash territories, we can just freely occupy all their territories, which might be nice as well. Yeah, and then obviously we're going to move Kroq-Gar back up north towards the World's Edge Mountains and try to help out Karazakarak. They're going to need it. They don't seem to like our treaties or gifts with Knights of Kalador, but not to worry. We'll be giving them plenty of gifts as well. So these two don't like each other, right? We can fix that, it's fine. I doubt that they're going to declare war on us, and as soon as we give each of them both a bunch of territories, we'll force them both to declare war on the same factions we're fighting, and they'll like both of each other more by virtue of fighting the same factions. That's how we got, or the same thing with Thorek and Imric, although they don't like each other a crazy amount, it's reasonable enough, and they're both fighting way too many factions to declare war. Or more wars, I should say. I really hope this doesn't come back to bite me, because if it does, we're probably going to kill Imric rather than the dwarfs. We're too, yeah, we're in too deep here. Their empire is essentially part of our empire, like the dwarven enclaves exist within the Lizardmen empire, so yeah. Anyway, I digress. That's all considerations in the future. Stay tuned for more lizards. Hope you enjoyed that massive tic-tac-toe victory. All glory to Fly Guy, and thanks for watching.